Welcome back, everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor, and I'm Jewel. And as you can see, we're on the Jewel's Peaceful Valley map again. And we're going to be working on the oil processing plant. And we're going to probably put it over here, is what I'm thinking, unless it's so big that it don't fit. So we're going to see real quick. And we'll have to adjust the ground. Um, when we bring it in. But first we're going to bring it in and see how big it is. So, in this case we already have this one because you get the production chains from the main game i3D, and you get it and you export it with files and you bring it, put it in your map folder area, and then you click file, import, and go through all the folders till you get to the production chains one you put in there, and then you can import it into here, and then you're going to go ahead and click on whichever ones you want to do. In this case, oil processing plant. And then we're going to hit Control B as in boy, left mouse click, left mouse click. And as you can see, it's got some of it, but it don't have all of it. Let's just see. And I'm not sure which way it's going to need to turn. So let me look at my pictures to see what theirs was. I think it's going to be this way, not too far back. Okay, there's one of them. So that's got this potentially. We got the sign and this stuff here, a building. Let's see. Okay, so we got these garage things are in the front where this icon is. So I'm thinking this building is what we have. Let me see. What? Yep. See the lines? Yeah. So that's that building. So they're gonna slide the building we're gonna grab and the XML for the XML and put it right in front of that building. So it might be too big to put in this spot. So let me see, to have another picture. Okay, so this is another point. This is the other side of the building. Okay, so that's that side. And now we're looking the other way. We got the sign, this little ladder thing over here on the right. This is facing the street. So we have this and then this we gotta focus on. So, and it doesn't show me where all that is in the picture, does it? What is that stuff anyway? Oh, I see. I don't even think that showed up in the picture. Let me go look. Oh, it's over here, and that's there. So, okay. So let me see what it looks like. So it goes, let's see. Why would all that be there? Let me look. So the picture's showing it from over here, potentially. Or is it over here? Yeah, it might be. There's the three. Okay, so then we'll go here and go back. And we got the three doors. So then we know these are by this. Well, that's the other three doors. That's different. This is going to be one we bring in. So let me go back another one. I don't think I took a picture of it. Nope. Interesting. Let's bring in our other one so we can see it. So I'll know. Because we got that. And they showed that. And they showed that on the back side. So I don't know why that's like that. Because I thought they put the building there. We'll see. Bring it in. Go to File. Import. D drive, Steam library, Steam apps, Common, FarmSim 22, Data, and Placeables, Lizard. Go down to Production Points and find it. If this says Oil Plant, should be in here. Click that. Should be. and hit open. As soon as it brings it in, hit Control B as in boy, left mouse click, left mouse click. So see, it has that building like that. I just got to see how in the world it was supposed to be oriented. See, there's those three things, and then we got a trigger. Excuse me, right there. Let's bring these up there. Obviously, the ground's not level yet, so we'll get that done in just a second. But what I'm trying to look at is the orientation, and this is here. Let's look at the picture. So what do we have here? Okay, that right there is next to this building here where the three things are. So that's to the front, and then this would be to the front as well. At least what I can see. But what about the fence? I can't even see a fence. Let me move this over. Where's the fence? Is that it? Okay, these are here. So if that's here, they have to be this way. That is the fence behind it. So are they on the inside of the fence? Yes. Okay, so it is inside the fence for some reason. Okay. We could go look at the other place. Let me go look and see. Go there and see what we got here. So there's the fence. So it does put it there. It puts it like right there. Because in the picture it shows what? Move it over so I can see. Shows that building right there. And then, whoop, we don't want to do that. It shows, if you look to the left, right next to it, it shows that little doorway, but then the building's right next to it. You see what I'm saying? And then the three garage doors. So it does go right in front of that, in that little fenced area. So basically, the fence goes in the front. So, see if I got enough room to do that. That's kind of long. You don't have to put it where they tell you to, obviously. But if we got this whole big building they already made, then you know. So we're going to click on this. We're going to turn it like so. We're going to decide how far back we're going to be. Wow, look at all that. We'll move that. Don't worry about all that. Oh, yeah, we still got it on there. Okay, good. So, if we're coming down the road, we're going to see this big old building right here. Right at the end of the road. I like it. Then we can drive right on in. So, don't miss the turn. Alright, so now we need to get the ground situated. Let's get it on scoped. And replace. And I guess we're going to make it the level of the road. And we'll fix that road. We never did finish the road, so we got to fix it, so don't worry. We'll fix all that stuff. We'll move it over just a hair. Alright, so we're going to come back, make all this level. Coming back over here. So now I'm going to go above it so I can see. And we're going to get this bigger. Make our life easier. We're going to slope that, so don't worry about that. Get all the middle part of this thing. Alright. Get all that part. Go back and forth a bit. Make sure you get all of it. All behind there real nicely. And we're just going up to the road there because we're going to adjust all that. So we're going to smooth this out after we turn this off. We're going to smooth this side out a little bit. Knock it all down. Knock all that back side down. We'll knock all this down because we're going to fix all that. We're not done with all that. Alright. Come on over here. Make sure we got it all in the air. Think we're okay. We're going to have our boundaries, so I think we're good. We got plenty of map left. So I'm going to put some trees back here. And we could put a fence or whatever we got to do. And we'll deal with all that in a second. Or even later. Alright, so this is good. I don't even know why they got that there. Well, I guess they had their fence all the way down, so that's fine. Now this looks crooked to me. So, slightly, but not much. Just barely. I think that's better. As far as I can tell. We can always adjust it later. And now we got to get that building. I'm going to get this one. And hit Control B and left mouse click. And then we're going to rotate. Or we might not need to rotate. Let me see. Nope. We got the garage doors out there. That's where they're supposed to be. So we're just going to drag it over a bit. And then we're going to drag it into this building. Right there. I don't know if we're going to touch it or not. I'm going to say maybe that. That one's crooked. Yep, it's pretty much there. We're going through a crack, y'all. I think we did alright. Now I'm getting off the crack. Yep. Alright, let's get out of the crack. Oh, I see. We in the building. I think that's okay. And this looks okay. Check this. That looks alright. Those are up a little, but they're blocked, kinda sorta. They're not gonna be used. I'm trying to see if these are floating. Nope. So we're good. Alrighty. And let me see if it's square. I think so. Alright, we're going to call that good. Now we need to go get our XML, placeables XML information, and we'll be ready to go. So let's go do that. Go to File, Explorer, go to D drive, or yours could be in C drive. Program Files 86, depending on if you have Steam, it'd be in Steam. And then Steam Apps, Common, and then your Farming Sim, whichever one you got, Data, and so on. If it's D drive, you go to Steam Library. If it's for Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Farm Sim 22, whoop, went in the wrong thing, Data, Maps, and Maps US. Go to Placeables, XML, edit with Notepad++, go find your oil line, and go over, click at the end of it, hold it down, go over, let go. You're holding down the left mouse button, then you let go, right click and click copy, click off of it, close it, minimize it, go to documents, my games, Farm Sim 22, the map, mods, the map you're working on. If you put yours in your mods folder, that is. You should, if you're going to be testing it. Okay, XML or maps, maps US, then placeables, right click, edit with Notepad++, click at the end of this one, because it's all single lines, and these are extra like 3 lines for different ones. You're going to hit enter, and we can add that up, like make this look like the main game one later with those green lines that separate it. We can do all that and adjust these and move them around later. Right click, click paste, drag over, click in front of the placeables line, space it over to make it match if you want. Space this over, space this one back. Now we're going to go get these numbers, position numbers, which are the translate numbers in the Giants editor. So go back, get them. Make sure this right here, this building that has the trigger on it, is highlighted. Oil processing plant, the whole main group where it shows the plus. These are the children. Don't make sure you get the parent of the transform group. And then you're going to click at the end of the translate X box, and then you're going to hit Shift Control C as in cat. Go back to Notepad++, click on that line with the oil plant, click on in between the quotation marks and highlight all the numbers, right click and click paste. Make sure you're on the position line on the when you do the translate one. And when you do the rotate one, we'll do it even though it says 0, Shift Control and C. Yours might have numbers. And then click back on Notepad++ and look and see if it says numbers or not. Okay, so that one has a 90, so it's a good thing we did it because we need it. We're going to space this over to here, and you could just take away these two numbers and make that 000, or you could, like I say, do the Shift Control C over the zeros in the Giants editor, then right click, then paste them in, and then hit save. And now we're going to go see if you need a store item. So you shouldn't need it, but we're going to go look to show you to how to check to see if you need it. Alright, and so we're going to go to the File Manager or File Explorer, whichever way you want to call it. D Drive, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, FarmSim 22, Data, and go to Maps, Maps US. Go to Store Items, right click and edit with Notepad++. Now you're going to look through here and see if you see the oil plant, and it's not in here. Just look around, it's not in here. Now these things here, we're going to be adding. I might have added that one, not sure. And there might be some more we're going to add. Not sure. Maybe this one. These are different sheep farms, which I'm not sure. I'm going to have to double check about mine because I didn't add a store items to mine, but they didn't have it in the main game, but I might have to add that to. That's the only thing I might have missed out on, is adding my store items for my animals. So I'm going to have to double check that if I need it or not for the particular animals I did. Let's see. And we did all the rest of it. So all the rest of it's been done except these railroad things I didn't do. And these, we may do some of this depending on what we got to do. Well, that's train stuff too. So if I do trains, we'll deal with all that later. But I don't know yet. But then we need the water fill trigger. But the rest of it's good. You don't need it. Just check and see what you need for store items in the main game, and then you know. And then we're going to go on back to the Giants editor. And you got a couple of choices, and first we're going to grab the career start point, highlight it, hit Control B as in boy, left mouse click, point it toward the building so you can just see it when you go in the game. And we'll go back down the list, click back on that one again so the whole group's highlighted, and you can either delete it and hit save, and it'll take it out of here, and it'll only show up in game because of that XML that you put in your placeables XML that calls the XML for the oil processing plant. So if you go back through here, I'm just showing for the new people. Data, placeables, lizard, production points, oil plant. If you, in our placeables XML of our map, we put this path: data, placeables, lizard, production points, oil plant, oil plant, XML. So that's what it's going to call from our map, placeables XML file. And it's going to call this one. We're going to look at it. It's going to tell the name of that. It's going to tell what it is, show the picture. It's going to say, go get this I3D from data, placeables, lizard, production points, oil plant, I3D. It's going to tell it to do all these things. Go to data, shared, assets, marker, marker icon, XML. It's going to be the wrench and the unload. That's going to be what the icons are. And the XML is also, this XML is going to say, go do these things. So then it's going to go do those things. And it's got all this stuff it's telling it to do, what it needs, all this information, as you can see. So that's what's happening. And if you'll go back and look here, this calls this I3D, and this is the I3 that shows up in the end game instead of the one you have in your Giants editor, because you're going to delete it or hide it in the placeholders folder. So you don't want two showing up, because otherwise you'll have this one showing up and you'll have this one in here showing up, and that'll be two. You don't want two. So either delete it and hit save, or you're going to put it in your placeholders folder. So we're going to close them so we can get to the placeholders folder. And if you don't have a placeholders folder, look in my playlist and you can find a video about the debris crusher. It'll say something about how to do the placeholders folder, and then I'll show you when I put my debris crusher in the placeholders folder. Excuse me. And that's how you can learn how to set it up down here with the information you need if you don't already have one. If you have one, just if you want to put it in there to hide it so that it hides it from the end game, but it leaves it in here where you can see it in the Giants editor like this, then we'll hit the middle scroll wheel button and hold it down, drag it up, let go when it's on placeholders, and then go, and you can see it's in there. So now we can hit save, and it'll hide this one from in game, but it'll still show it for us in the Giants editor. And it'll only show the XML one in the end game, the one that's calling the I3D from the XML. Okay, so now we're going to hit save and go in game, and I'm going to show you that the icons are all there and that it's working, and then we'll be good to go, and we'll call it episode. And we're going to be doing all the decorating and all that extra stuff later. So we're just getting this stuff moving along, and we can always move this slightly if we don't like something. So we're going to jump in game, hit play, and get on going. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Why haven't you subscribed? Have you gotten help? You should subscribe. Make the channel grow, and I'd appreciate it. I appreciate every single subscriber and everyone who views and comments and likes and shares. I appreciate you. So now we're going to go on in here and do this, and then we'll call it episode. I want to try to keep the video shorter so that it's not too long and makes it confusing. And when you see a super long video, you don't want to really click on it because it's like, oh, I can't do it. It takes that long. Oh no, you know, especially for the beginners, they don't want to get overwhelmed. And I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Like I say, if I ever make any errors or mistakes, I usually delete the video and correct it, or correct it. If it's only one little thing, like a simple thing, I'll do it in the next video and explain it. But typically I'll delete it if I ever make any kind of mistakes or anything as I go along. But I'm just showing you what I learned, what I know, and how I see it. So I never said to be perfect on all this or an expert. I've certainly learned quite a bit, and I'm learning a lot more every day. So just stay tuned, and we can learn and keep looking and making maps and doing more and more. But hopefully you're building a map. Hopefully you've gotten started. There's a lot of tutorials on my playlist, so get started. Alright, now let's get in here, and there we go. Go over here, got that, over here, hit R, by the building. Come over here, it's got all that. Shows the stuff. Shows all that. We'll back up so loud. And as you can see, we'll back up over by the road. Like so. If you hit escape and if you look over here, you can see the thing and it's there now. And that helps you know that it worked. And then you hit visit and there you go. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed and I hope this helps you to be able to do it. Do what you need. But I'm going to call that an episode. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.